G'day Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur hippie here, the only psychedelic sock show on the internet. Here I am back in my natural habitat after I've been into society again for this morning, working and going back to the shopping mall to change the mic. I think this one's a goer though, I think it's a goer, although it comes with a really short cord. So look, pulls my shirt up. Oh, you don't want to see that, that's too hot for the internet. So anyway, you know what, I think I've blown a few cobwebs out. I was a bit down after the result we had on the weekend, but you know what? There's no team marching away this year, is there? Manchester City stumble against Chelsea, and I don't know about you, but I think Chelsea are a bag of cack this year. I know they beat us 4-1, but that, you know, there was mitigating circumstances, Your Honour. So if Man City are leaking goals like that, with 11 men, mind you, to Chelsea, I think it bodes well for us visiting there, doesn't it? So we're only 2 points off the top. We're in 4th place. There doesn't seem to be any team, you know, grabbing it with both hands yet. In fact, out of all the teams, I think Tottenham have been closest to that, with our lovely little run of the first 10 games. And it's, you know, I mean, everything's happened at once, hasn't it? Everything happened at once to Tottenham. 2 injuries, 2 injuries, 2 suspensions. It's not going to get any worse than that, folks. So I think this is the nadir of our season. There's a twig in my face. I think this could be the nadir of our season last weekend. Next week we've got Udogie coming back. Hopefully we might see a little less. I'd love to see less of Eric Dyer. I just, you know, time and time again, it's the same characters. I didn't really go on about it too much yesterday because they are what they are, man, you know. Dyer, Davies, sometimes Højbjerg, they're just not good enough, man. But Dyer, I suppose, maybe he's been in there saying, oh, please play me, while he's not whinging to the social media people about, oh, you're not going to use a photo of me, are you, on the website, because I'm just little Eric Dyer. Oh, you don't want to take a picture of me, I don't get any minutes on the pitch. Well, you got some, mate, and average. And I'm being very charitable there. So Doggie's coming back, and you know, I've said this before, but you look at a lot of years in the Premier League, and it doesn't really. Quite often, it is the team that cocks it up the least. You do get the odd team running away with it, like Man City have done from time to time. But a lot of the time, it's just who makes the least mistakes. No one is particularly outstanding. We've got a bit of a rough trot for the next 6 or so games. But if that's it, if that's all we have to face, don't let anyone tell you we're not in a title race, that the season's over. It beggars my belief sometimes that after 10 games everyone was saying, oh, the season hasn't started yet, you can't tell what Tottenham's going to do. 2 games later, oh no, we've crossed the magical 12 game threshold or whatever, and it's now doom and gloom, the season's over. Far from it, folks, far from it. Wolves were a good side. We would have beat them on a full strength team, we all know that, but football don't work that way. Ifs and buts and maybes. We're going to get stronger and stronger, even if we've got to rely on these players. I mean, they're going to be marginally better, one would hope, as games go on. But you know, you can never quite tell. So I, for one, applaud Chelsea. I've always got a lot of time for Chelsea. Regular viewers of this channel will know that me and Chelsea are like that. We go back a long way. Our man on the inside, Agent Poch, is doing us favours at the top end of the table, which is something that Chelsea aren't going to worry about that for a while. They're you know, actually I can rest it on that stick there. That's it, stops it wobbling around. They're not going to be troubling us anytime soon. Bless them. You know, they're probably getting their hopes up. I believe even I heard some of their fans were happy after they beat us 4-1. Good on you, good on you. It was a very good performance, Chelsea. You're a really good team, really good team. Great result against Man City. Just means to me that Man City are leaky at the back, mate. That's what it means to me. If Chelsea can bung 4 past them, maybe you know, Man City are playing with a virtual 9 men on the pitch. Virtual 9 men. Maybe two of their defenders have just gone troppo, gone missing for a bit. Now we don't face Manchester City until December the 2nd or 3rd, depending on where in this ball of dirt you are. But we've got plenty of time to get our act together and see if we can fire up a bit. I can't wait. Now we've got an international break. Don't know what I'm going to do with myself. You know, I've been spending my time during international breaks watching some Spurs game from the early 70s. They're a really entertaining side, the likes of Cyril Knowles, Alan Gilzean, Martin Chivers, Steve Perryman when he played in midfield, nipping around the place. Really, God, he was quick. And Pat Jennings in goal. So if you're after a bit of a Spurs fix for the next couple of weeks, I can highly recommend you looking at like Spurs v Man United, Spurs v Nottingham Forest, Spurs v Stoke from the early 70s. There are some real similarities between the way that team played and the way we're attempting to play now. It's quite amazing. Like Cyril Knowles, what a progressive fullback that guy was. And Steve Perryman running around midfield, he's like Papa Matassar. You know, he's just, the ball goes into space and Steve comes in and kicks it off in a random direction. Well, not random, it always goes to one of our players. But there's a lot of, there is a through road of how Tottenham plays, and it's good to see we're bringing it back. You know, it's just gone to sleep for a little bit. I mean, it couldn't have gone any worse. I mean, look, this is as bad as it gets, isn't it? Let's face it, it's as bad as it gets. It's the worst case scenario, plus a little bit of poo on top of that. So, you know, as we ease our way out of this uncertainty, and we start getting players back, I think once we've got Destiny back, we're going to be much better. When we get Romero back in another couple of games, we're going to be much better. So this is the bottom, and the bottom of the trough is we're 4th, only 2 points of the lead. In my book, that's a pretty good season so far. So hopefully we'll start clawing our way back up again, or stomping our way back up, while these 3 rubbish teams ahead of us that we've all got the measure of, they'll start having their own issues. I saw there was a red card for, was it Arsenal? You know, I like seeing teams getting red cards when it's not Tottenham, so that's someone out of action. I hope it's a dirty red outright, because the powers that be have decided a dirty red outright is a 3-game suspension, whereas a slightly naughty red, when you get 2 yellows in a row, you only get 1 week suspension. I don't understand how they make these rules anyway. So anyway, I hope you all out there are recovered. We've got up off the canvas. We've licked our wounds. What a surprise! There's no wounds. No wounds. They were just in our imagination, and we're going to come back bigger and better than ever. It starts with our next game, and I can't wait, man. I'm still excited about this season. Peace and love, man, and come on, you Spurs.